Hello and welcome to another edition of Health Matters
and Health Focus.
My name is Anna Marie Sinatra from Sinatra Solutions.
And I am Ava Sammerkel.
And here we are again. We're doing a crossover show so that we can help to bring you some great information under a variety of subjects and topics to give you power, because information is power. And when we join together, you get double the power.
Yep, double the power. Sounds like a battery, you know.
Yeah,
Doesn't it? It's a battery.
We're good together. Well, we want to thank first, before we get started, we've got a great show for you today. Before we get started, I'd like to thank our sponsors, our wonderful sponsors who help in part make this show happen. We always like to give a wonderful thank you to Dr. Frank Mascaro from Western New York MRI, where they are committed to this community by bringing you state-of-the-art, cutting-edge diagnostic testing equipment so that if you find yourself in a situation where you need that, you know where to go to find the best. And I also want to thank Melinda from Renaissance Hair Salon, where she uses all natural products to bring out your natural beauty. I like to think she's bringing out my natural beauty. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely, yes.
Okay. You know, because, folks, it's really important what you put on your body as well as what you put in your body. Our skin is the biggest organ that we have. So putting on perfumes and lotions with chemicals is not really
not good for
a
you.
good thing. No, it's not. So it's important. Now, we hope you have your pens and papers ready, because you're going to get some good tips today. And Ava, is that golf club that I see on the table?
Yeah, it sure looks like it, yes.
And were we getting up and playing golf?
Well, I'd like to learn how to play golf. No, not you?
I'm not sure. Maybe after the show I might get intrigued.
It's the end thing to do today.
I know, because they say you sign all your best deals that you sign are on the golf course. So maybe I better start taking some lessons. I think the show's going to help me even more than it might help you today.
Oh, I'd love to learn how to play golf. And I know who's here to help us do that, and it's Mike Callahan. He's from the Airport Driving Range. He is a USGTF teaching professional, and he's also a master club fitter. Well, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome, Mike, and thank you for sponsoring this show today. I am excited about hearing about this. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, a lot of people need to learn how to swing properly. I mean, it actually helps to to prevent injury. You know, a lot of people can injure themselves by moving the wrong way.
And I'll bet once you really learn how to manage those clubs, it'd be a little bit more fun to do. Maybe that's what was missing for me before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that could be it. Because I'm one of those people who threw the clubs down and walked off the course. I did. I'm telling on myself.
Oh,
I did. I did.
Yeah, it's not hard. I mean, the biggest thing with golf is trying to keep it simple, you know, and not think so much. That's what a lot of people tend to do. They think too much of mechanics and not on how to play the game.
So then what kind of things do you do then if they're not thinking while they're on the, I want to say on the field, but that's not right?
On the course.
On the course.
On the course, yes.
On the course. So if they're not thinking about it too much mechanically, then what is it that how do you prep them before?
Well, when they come up to the golf course or actually to the range, we teach them how to swing a club with the mechanics, but we also try to teach them how to use their minds better, how to visualize what they want to do so they can more react to what they see in their mind's eye. Now, that's the hardest part. If you think of 3 or 4 different swing thoughts, as we call them, what you want to do with your golf swing, versus having one thought of where you want the ball to go, visualizing it going to a specific target, because that's what golf is. Golf is a target-oriented sport, not a sport where you just swing as hard as you can and hit as far as you can.
Yeah, and I think I see a lot of testosterone. Sorry, guys, but testosterone out there just trying to kill that ball.
Yes.
And I remember hearing a couple times, don't try to kill it, just try to hit it. It's coming back.
The longest balls you hit are the ones where you feel you haven't really swung that hard.
So you got to stay out of the sand trap, too.
That, too. And avoid all hazards. And if you're in Florida, avoid the gators.
Right, exactly.
Don't go unless you've watched this show a couple of times.
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
So one of the things you said was about visualization, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that, because as a coach, when I'm training people to be successful, and whether they're starting a business or whatever it is that they're up to, we talk a lot about how you're thinking, how you're perceiving, what you're visualizing, how important that is to create success in all that you do.
Right.
So you utilize those techniques too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I'll give you a great example. Is when you are hitting over a body of water. What do people tend to think is, well, they tend to think negatively. Oh, don't put the ball in the water, don't do this. And the only thing the mind understands is to do it.
Oh, you must have had some coach training.
A little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Because that is really good. When you say, I don't want to do this, don't go in the water, don't do that. Or if you're public speaking, you say, don't be afraid, or don't do this. Your mind only hears the fear part. It doesn't hear the don't. It can't comprehend that.
Exactly.
So we're coaching together.
There we go.
Yeah. So it's about reframing that and focusing on what you want to achieve, not what you don't want to achieve.
Exactly. You want to focus on positive things. You don't want to focus on the negative aspects of, what's going to happen. 'Cause usually that's what happens. You focus on the negative thing, and then next thing you know, you're hitting that bad shot. And then you get to your next shot, and you're still thinking of that previous bad shot, and you hit the same shot again. And, again, learning how to focus more on positive aspects of the swing, positive aspects of what you want to do and what you want to achieve.
So actually, when you're hitting the ball, you're focusing down the fairway. Is that what it is?
You're focusing more on a specific target in mind that's in line with where you want to position the ball. Say there's a sand trap or a tree well past the fairway. Now you can use that tree as as your line is where you want to hit the ball. Not that you're going to hit it in that into the tree or the sand trap, but that's where you want to hit it and put it in a spot in the fairway. So that's your line of what we call your line of flight or your target, and that's what you want to try to do. Visualize that ball flying at that specific target or that tree or sand trap or whatever that that target is, and let your body react to it. It's the same as if you took a ball and just toss it to you. Do you think of the mechanics of actually catching the ball? No. You react to it. And that's what the golf swing really is. The golf swing to me is more a reaction to what you see in your mind.
That's
Simple.
really interesting. So now, if Ava and I decided that we're going to come and we're going to take golfing lessons, and I'm not there yet. I don't know about you, but I'm not there yet. But I'm thinking about it because I'm also thinking the aspect how it is really a stress reduction. And as you're talking, I'm thinking, oh, maybe it won't be as stressful if you knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing people can do is really come and take a lesson or two. It does help because we get you to understand what's happening with your own swing and where your flaws are. And we actually put you on the computer and actually show you on video. And once you see what you're doing wrong, that's when, to me, the learning process can then start, because then there's no doubt that you have in your conscious mind or your subconscious mind of what you're really doing, because you can see it. And then in that aspect, the student's not going to fight what they're trying to fix, okay, what they're trying to change in their swing to make it better.
That's really nice. So then before we even get out on the course, not the field, the course. I said the field.
A football field.
Course, yeah. No football.
No, yeah.
So before we even get out on the course, we come and see you at your place.
Right. You come out to the airport driving range. Usually when students come in, the first thing I'll do is we'll talk and ask about what how their game is, what they feel is wrong with it. And then we'll film a few swings from a couple different angles. Then we go inside and take a look at it, show you, and then show you, break your swing down. Where does it go wrong? You could have 3 or 4 things going wrong with your golf swing. Doesn't mean you have to fix 3 or 4 different things. We actually look at where does it start to go wrong, and where you make your first mistake in your golf swing, that's where the other things that go wrong are a result of that one mistake. So you focus on the first mistake that you make, and as you correct that, the other things tend to work themselves out.
And what about the grip? Because I remember, I did take lessons a long, long time ago, a whole long time ago. And I remember just trying to hold it the way they were telling me, something about hooking and doing it. Even just holding it felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, what we try to do with the grip is very simple. I mean, for example, what I would do is take the club and grip it more on your fingers, okay? So you get the base of your pad up on top of the club, thumb going down the top right center of the club. Same with your right hand, put it more on your fingers. Now you can, if you wanted to, interlock your fingers. You can overlap your fingers, or you can go what we call a baseball grip.
But I like you already. You said if you want to, what feels comfortable to you. See, they were like making me, and I was feeling all crunched up before I even got a swing out.
Yeah, see, the main key is really getting the bones in your wrist to line up properly so that your wrist can move up and down in the golf swing. If you have your hand, say, too much this way and a little bit off to the side, now your bones aren't matched up. They're not aligned properly, so they can't move. They have a limited range of motion. Okay. Whereas when if you think of your hands being together, you can move your hands up and down very freely. You have a very good range of motion. Okay.
He's giving me hope.
Yeah, I know. Is this a putter?
No, this is actually this is an iron.
Close.
Close, but no cigar. Yes.
No, this is an iron. This is what you would use to hitting off the grass.
I see.
In your approach.
But that big fat one, that's when you hit it for the first one right off the tee.
This is the one you hit off the tee.
See, I knew that
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, you
Big
would hit
fat
this.
one.
Yeah, it's a very large head.
Yes.
460 cc head, very large. Almost hard to hit, miss the ball. It's so large.
I like that. That sounds
can't
good
miss
to
that
me.
one. Ooh.
That sounds real. Actually, I'm starting to feel a little hopeful that there might still be hope for me that I can get out there. And as you're talking and you're explaining it, and I'm getting the visual of it, I'm thinking, you know what? I really didn't have good instruction before, because just by the few things that you said, I'm relating to it. And could see that there's hope for us.
Yeah,
there's hope for me.
There's hope. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a matter of just being told what to do. You have to have an explanation of what you're doing and why you're doing it. And understand, well, why do you grip the club a certain way? Well, you want to have a certain grip so your bones can match up in your wrist, so they have a wide range of motion, not limit yourself. And like other things in life, people tend to put limitations on what they can do instead of broadening their horizons.
That's really interesting. So we come in, and you have clubs there too, I assume?
We have clubs here there you can use.
They're new and used?
We have new clubs. We have used clubs. We can fit you for a set of golf clubs if you wanted to.
You probably got even custom ones where people can get their monograms on them.
Not quite
No.
that far. I mean, you can do that if you really wanted to.
Well, I know some people really get into it.
Yeah, some people do.
How do you promote balance?
Well, balance, to teach balance, I like to have them actually stand on one foot, okay? Take their left leg, for example, and just kind of bend it at the knee, and so they can learn how to turn. A lot of people, they'll tend to move what we call laterally, where they would move from side to side, trying to shift, instead of allowing their body to turn. And so in cases like that, I'll have them learn how to hit off of one leg so they can feel how their body has to move. If they swing their arms too fast, what's going to happen? They're going to fall on their left foot and have to put the foot down. Whereas if they swing and balance and turn and the arms and club and move with how the body rotates, it becomes easier and they can keep their balance better. I mean, balance is a big part of the golf swing.
That's interesting. And how about balance in terms of what I was thinking? That's very interesting. I was thinking balance in terms of not getting crazy and wanting to play golf every single day. Although you probably don't want to hear that one.
Yeah.
But see, because I'm just still looking for how it's a stress reductor.
Well, it is a stress reductor. I mean, if you get out, you can take your frustrations out on the golf course.
On the ball, right?
Or on the ball, yeah. Without trying to swing hard. But when you're outside on the golf course, you're out in basically Mother Nature, and you can take in a lot of the scenery and stay relaxed. Even though you may hit a bad shot here and there, because that's just is what's going to happen. You're going to have bad shots once in a while.
Can you cheat just a little bit, like and pick up the ball and put it, like
no.
out of the sand?
Yeah.
What if you make up your own rules?
No, there's a set of rules that you have to play by.
Okay. What if everybody says it's okay?
Well, it's if you want to play that way.
Okay.
I've seen people do
Make
that.
up your own rules as you go along. Yeah.
Because when you're an inexperienced player and when you're playing with people who are experienced, I was allowed to pick up my ball and put it to the closest ball that was still to me, because I was really bad.
Yeah, beginners, I tell them when they go out and play golf, the first thing I tell them to do is, don't worry about keeping score. Go out, play golf, and enjoy it. Because what tends to happen, beginners, is they may keep score and they have a big number as far as their overall score, which is how many strokes they take in the course of a round, and it can tend to scare you. Someone shoots 150, and then they say, well, I don't know if I really want to play this game, because they get afraid of that number. And they don't.
Because big numbers in golf is not good.
No, the lower
might be good in other sports, but not in this one.
It's the opposite. The lower the number, the better.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, you want to go out and really enjoy the game. I mean, we're not going to turn people into tour players. I mean, you get that one player every couple of years that has the ability and talent to possibly go that route. But you want to make it enjoyable for everybody. That's the whole point. Go out and have fun, not go out and beat yourself up and get frustrated.
And it sounds like with your coaching and your training, that's a possibility.
Yes, definitely.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What do you think, Ava?
I don't know. I think I'm going to give it a try. It sounds
Yeah?
pretty good. Yeah.
We might have to tape a show out on the
golf
green,
course,
on
yes.
the golf course,
And the
on
green.
playing field,
On
the
the
green,
green, yeah, and the green,
On the
yes.
We can do that because we actually have a full service range. Well, we do have a putting green, so we can teach you how to putt, teach you how to putt, teach you how to come over a sand trap because we have one of those.
Wow.
And teach you, your full swing.
Now, is
So we
this
can teach
indoors
you
in the winter, too?
This is outside completely.
Okay.
So what do you do in the winter time?
In the wintertime, I teach inside.
Okay.
Getting ready for the summer.
Yeah, in the wintertime, I can spend more time working people more mechanically to give them a little better feel. I work them out of the mechanics as we get closer to spring and the weather's going to get ready to break, so they can keep their swings nice and fluid. And at the same time, again, training their minds also, because you have to do both. It's a balancing act.
So how do you work with people to train their mind?
Get them to just visualize what they want to do. I mean, when you look at a golf swing on video, you can see where the good parts of it are. You can see where they make their flaws, and then you show them, what it should look like, so they can visualize where they want to be. It's a lot of visualization, with playing golf. A lot of it. Learning how to use the right side of their brains. Not the left side. We use the left side, every day in life, constantly.
Yeah.
And you got to use your right side in golf.
That's
when
really interesting.
when you teach when kids go to school in the beginning, how do they teach kids? They teach them when they're reading to read and identify things with visualization. They show a picture of, say, like a cat with the word underneath it, so they can associate the two, and they get that picture in their mind. And that's kind of what I try to do with golf.
Amazing. Now, on here too, it said that you are a where was that?
Master club fitter?
Yeah, I wanted to know what a master club fitter is. See, why we were because I couldn't find it on there.
Yeah, master club fitter.
There
yes.
it is, right there.
Yeah.
What a master club fitter?
Yeah, master club fitter is. I got certified to not only build clubs but to actually fit people. When you look at a person, how they want, for clubs, it's a lot more than, say, measuring what they should have. You have to look at a person's body type. Do they have long legs, long arms, long legs, short legs? What their torso is like? Is it short compared to their legs? There's a lot that goes into it. You can measure a person. Basically, we start with measuring their wrist to the ground, how far away that is. And once we have that, they may fit into a standard club. But I had a guy just the other day. He was 6'1", actually measured for a standard set of clubs, but because his legs were a little bit longer, or he had more of a higher waist, and his torso was, shorter compared to his legs, he needed to have clubs that were a little bit longer. And that makes all the world of difference, because if the clubs don't fit you right, it's going to be hard for you to make the swing changes that you need to make when you're taking lessons.
Well, I didn't think all this was involved, did you?
No, I'm like, and the more he's
goodness,
talking,
yes.
the more I'm thinking, no wonder I, let's just say, wasn't so good before. Because I didn't have all that attention or somebody who was that knowledgeable.
I didn't realize it either, from what you're saying.
Yeah.
You really have to be fitted properly and
Oh, yes. Because
right.
if the clubs don't fit, it's like when you go and buy a suit. But when you buy a suit at the rack, does it ever fit you? No. You always have to have it altered. If you didn't, you don't look good in it.
Exactly.
It's the same thing with clubs.
I
You want
like
the clubs
this.
to be fit
Yes.
for you, not just buying off the rack. I know when you buy them off the rack, you may get lucky. They may fit you for length, but almost any times the lie of the club never almost fits you. So we always got to adjust those. I have people coming all the time. Look, lies don't fit you. Let's adjust them, and that makes a world of difference in where the ball is going to go, as far as flight and direction.
So there's a good possibility that I could be a golf pro and don't even know it.
Possibly.
Yeah, see? You could be the next female Tiger Woods.
That's right. Without all this, fitting
Right,
and knowledge and knowing how to do things the proper way, we don't even know what my potential is.
That's right. You just don't know because all this and then, he goes step by step with it. That's what I like about it, too, because nobody ever took the time, to show me what kind of clubs to use either,
Yeah, what I try to do is really more than anything educate people. Educate people on, fitted clubs, because they have a misperception on fitted clubs. They think they're more expensive. Well, they're not.
Really?
No.
No, I thought they were too. Like if you just buy standard clubs, they're going to be really cheap. It's like going and buying a generic.
Well, you can buy a set
Right.
of, say, Callaways or King Cobras off the rack. It does, they may fit you, but if you're a taller person and you're 6'2" or 6'3", they may not actually fit you for length.
Then you have to put extensions on them, right?
Right.
See?
You have to-
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I know,
See,
I know a
yes.
couple of those little
Okay.
keywords.
Yes.
You can
I'll
make-
have to have
you
an
can make clubs
extension, that's
longer.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make clubs longer or shorter, depending on what what the person needs. So there's things you can do to make them fit them better.
So this should be really encouraging to our folks today, so that they know that they can get some help. Get even if they can't get fitted, they can come down and talk with you and get some understanding about their how they're swinging, to be able to see what they look like when they're swinging those clubs, what kind of adjustments they make. So do you present a package to people, or can they just come down and talk to you for the first time?
They can come down and talk to me. They can email me. They can call me. They email me at my email address, MikeCallahanGolf at yahoo.com. They can call me at the range. They can call me on my cell phone. They can even just walk in, and we'll take the time to explain everything to them.
And where is it exactly located?
We're located at the Airport Driving Range at 207 Youngs Road, right in Williamsville. We're there every day. We get there we're open from 8 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night, 7 days a week, rain or shine.
Wow.
Including holidays. I mean,
I
I'll
thought
be
I
there the 4th
worked
of
a
July.
lot.
Yeah.
Look how dedicated he is. He has a necklace with. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
Yes.
The golf bag.
I've had this a long time.
Did you?
Yeah. When I first turned pro, my sister got it for me as a going away gift.
When you
My
first
turned
turned pro?
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Explain
Yes.
that,
How
'cause
did
we
you
don't know
turn
about
pro?
that.
Yes.
Remember, we're your novice here.
Yes.
Basically, when I turned pro, there's different ways to turn pro. If you accept money giving lessons, you're considered a golf professional. You can enter a tournament as a professional, and you lose your amateur status, and that's basically what I did. And I started playing professionally in tournaments on different mini tours that there are throughout Florida and different parts of the country.
Wow.
And
You have some
went from there.
trophies?
I've got a few.
You should have brought some with you today.
Yes.
We could have showed off your trophies.
I got a
Did you
few.
meet anybody like Tiger Woods? Or?
I've met Nick Faldo.
Wow.
I met a lot of guys on over the years.
See what you don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, in fact, when I first got into the business, I was taking lessons with Gary Smith down at Lake Nona in Orlando, Florida, who was David Leatherbetter's assistant at the time. And I remember being on the range, and I'd had Nick Faldo not probably 15 feet from me hitting balls, and I had other tour players, and it's like you just kind of feel out of place when you're first, you're just turning pro and trying to improve your swing a little bit to stay out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So in the wintertime, are you traveling all around to go play golf?
Not anymore. I stick around up in this area. I teach. I teach quite a bit.
That's right, because you're doing indoor teaching
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Plus my boys are here, so I'd like to spend a lot of time with the boys.
That's pretty nice. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You are very blessed to be able to work in the field that you're passionate about. That's my prayer for everybody.
Everybody, yes, exactly.
Because it makes life a lot more enjoyable.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
So-
Yeah, it's not work.
Right, right. You enjoy it.
Yeah, you don't come across a lot of people that are doing things that they really want to do, or they really have a passion for.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Yes.
that's true. And unfortunately, with golf, so many people have that passion, but they haven't figured out how to carve that time in their lives. So I think with a little bit of help from you and the proper fitting, it'll be a much more enjoyable, relaxing sport rather than something that stresses somebody out.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you could really tell where I'm coming from, can't you,
Oh, yeah.
during this interview?
Definitely, definitely.
But there's hope for me.
There's hope.
There's
for
hope for
everybody.
everybody, right?
I've worked with a variety of different people. From people that have disabilities, and to very good golfers. Even a couple pros I worked with over the years. When I was down in Florida, friends of mine work with their swings a little bit.
Well, as we're coming down towards the last couple minutes of our show, let me ask you, is there anything that we left out that you want to make sure that our viewers hear today?
No, it's not. If they need help with their swings, they can give us a call. I mean, we can fix anything that's wrong with their swings. Come down and see us. We can fix your clubs if they need to be. We've got a full-service repair shop. We can build you a set if we need to with KZG golf clubs. KZG is the best clubs in the market. They're the #1 custom pro line. And they're a great set of clubs. I've got a set myself, and they're great. Hands down, the best. Hands down.
That's amazing. Well, I have a pair of golf shoes that are still in the box from a few years ago. The clubs, I don't know what,
Collecting dust.
I think my son took those, but the golf shoes, he couldn't take those. So I just might take them out. We might have to go down there and do a show down right on location.
Sure.
We won't make, I was going to say make fools out of ourselves, but no, we will be showing people that anybody can do this.
Right?
Anybody can. And like I said,
Anybody.
I keep it very simple. I mean, I don't want to get you thinking of too many different things. I want to keep it very simple and in a simple sense so you don't tie up your mind. Like you said, that's the biggest thing people do. They think too much.
Right,
Keep
right.
it simple.
And visualize what it is that you want, where you want that ball to go.
Yeah, and just and make sure that you set goals. You know, it's just not a matter of.
It's like good for life.
Yep. You want to set goals.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm finding the connection between the coaching and I'm always talking to people about how to set goals and you know, visualize what it is they want to create for themselves. Well, you know, I just really appreciate you co-sponsoring this show today. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
You may just find us down at your shop someday, real
someday.
soon.
Come on down one day. We'll be there.
Sure.
And speaking of where you can find us too, I want to make sure that you come on down, visit my website, sinatrasolutions.com, because I am offering a workshop the last Monday of every month. The complete schedule is up on my workshop, and it's on my website. The workshop is called Marketing Made Simple, Easy, and Free. I think they're going to see a show about
yes, they are.
A workshop that I presented at one point. So I invite you to do that and take a look at it. And then also, Elam Christian Fellowship is doing this wonderful new idea. It's called an e-mall, where they're highlighting all the people that are have businesses in the congregation, and there's quite a few. That church is very big. So they're going to be out there the last Saturday of June. That would be June 27th from 10 till 6. They have vendors, a food court, live entertainment, activities for children, and it's called an e-mall. So we want you to come out and enjoy that with us.
It'll be great.
Ava and I will be there to meet you and talk to you. So we hope that you took lots of notes, that you're going to visit Mike, and maybe we'll see you out on the golf course.
Maybe. Join us. Hey, more the merrier.
That's right. So until next time, remember, your health matters.
We want to get set, bend from your hip sockets, bend your knees a little bit, and all you want to do is turn back, pick the club up, bring it down, and then turn your hips through, and it's okay. So what I want to do is turn your hand this way, grip more on your fingers, palms on top, fingers, close your hand, and make sure your wrist can bend up and down. That's the grip. Very simple. As far as a full swing, make sure you bend from your hip sockets, bend the knees a little bit, turn your hips and shoulders so the club goes back. Just pick it up, bring the hands down, turn your hips through the golf ball, and bend your arms back up, and there's a swing. Make sure you get up on your right toe. That's it.
Cool.
In a nutshell. It's as simple as you can keep it. Left hand, like you're going to shake hands. Fingers. Good. Fingers. There. And there you go.
There you go.
It's that simple.